Yeah, it's a tense moment. Love the music during the whole standoff. Yeah, it's very much like old western for sure. Let me. Okay, so here's I it sucks because I'm gonna have to pardon the term right here. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet on this one. I want to try to explore the avenue of getting my gun back. So let me, before that whole encounter, which will set all this off into a chain of events. Let me give this a hard save. New save, yeah. Let me try to get those SIGs if I can get, because it sounds like Everett Clare might like have my gun. Like there's no other way to get it, and I feel like I need my gun for that encounter, especially if a shootout's about to happen. Although I feel like no matter what we do, people are gonna die, and I know I want to keep everybody alive, but I feel like it's gonna be unavoidable. And they kind of put themselves in that situation because they're the ones that literally staged a hanging, so they cover it up for a murder. So I mean, whatever may cometh, you know. So, let me try to get those signatures real quick. From who again? Ask Everett about. No, that's. Two signatures. Isabel and Lillian. And of course, Everett is like, oh, there'll just be some construction over there, and their lives will be even better. But I feel like there's something buried under that. And I feel like if anybody could tell me what that is, it'd be one of them. So, I'll ask.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I was asked to get your signature.
Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all this scribble. Tell me what it says.
Everett wants to turn part of the village into a little youth center.
Huh. I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our houses. Have you asked Lillian about this? I won't even consider signing till I know she's on board.
Fair enough.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Have I checked the letter? No, I haven't. That's fair. Hang on. Did I look at it yet? White envelope with a stamp attached to the upper right corner, handed to you by Everett Clare. Inside are some legal documents with two names printed on them. Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 14 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Look at the zoning. Thank you for the heads up, Nightmare. Look at the zoning plan.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
What do you think of this?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
Let me try to find a logical loophole real quick. What all do I have for... I always forget what all I have for logic. Put on a nice suit. It's like, oh, let me see this real quick again. Alright.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. There is no loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
What are the ramifications of this?
Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Look, Kim, these people are going to have to move away. Can we do something about it?
I should have seen it.
Lieutenant frowns as he reads over the documents again.
Everard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone.
Could be watching you. So if I go to some place in solitude, I can try to forge it. Screw him over, maybe. If I go inside my shack. Logically speaking, I should be able to...
You take the legal documents out of the envelope.
Indirect modes of
A 12 to
taxation.
40 month.
Okay, yeah, let's... Well, fuck him. Fuck Everett, yeah. Fuck that failure. Interfacing, yes. So... The gloves are on, that's good. What else do I have for interfacing? Or is it just the gloves that I have? Especially if this guy's holding a policeman's gun hostage. Like, fuck that guy. Interfacing's already maxed out. Let's try this. Alright. All this for a gun. Man, I love how this game works sometimes.
You take the legal
Crazy.
documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period.
I was
and the
hesitating to
zoning
reveal
plan
information,
in
but
the
really, who
addendum.
wants to go Everett's way? Yeah, yeah. Well, be honest, because I'm this far in the game, so like, is going Everett's way, is that the only way to get your gun back? Because like the only other hint I have is the pawn shop owner told me some gal bought it, some like kind of I thought it was Ruby but like some gal that referred to herself in like a pig-like manner and seemed pretty like, I don't know, rough, like husky or whatever. And that's the only lead that I have aside from Everett. He's like, oh, my people are on it, but he heavily implied that if I help him, I'll get the gun. But like, is that the only way to get the gun? Is just to go Everett's way and to like get these documents signed? So he'll be like, oh, my people just so happen to find your gun here, detective. Here you go. Because like, I don't know what else I would do. I thought that I would unlock a third area to go in and then find the woman who has my gun and get it back from them somehow. But it sounds like that might not be the case. I'll do the forgery though.
With a confident flourish, you complete your forgery. What do you see on the signature line?
2 names, Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. I think this whole signature quest is required, yes. However, you don't have to follow everything. As you can see, you can cheat. All right,
Indeed, they look distinctly different and very convincing. These might as well be their actual signatures, but they're not. And the document will be nullified if they dispute it. That means Everett will have to start over. All you need to do now is mail the signatures to Everett's accountant in La Delta.
Perfect. All right, cool. Because the guns, the game is like you really need to have your gun by now. I don't want anybody to die, and if that means having to be a policeman and shoot these fucking... I like how in that moment that like this man right here, this person, the commander, is evil. He is an evil being. Like, all right, where's the mailbox? Put the envelope in the mailbox at the plaza. Man, I'm excited now. Things are getting interesting. But yeah, I love that whole shootout sequence. That was really cool. I like moments like that. Work up the stakes. We've established that like Kim is not a good, like his eyesight's terrible, but he's like a above average shot. In that one moment where I take a shot in the shoulder, non-lethal, he's just like, oh fucking please, and just it all came down to, and he fucking nailed that asshole. And then I guess that's the part where I would spin around with my gun and take out the asshole in charge. But anyway, mailbox in the plaza. Like, oh, the post box that I was like, good post box earlier too. Nice. Excuse.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
I knew we get to use this mailbox for something.
Yes, for sending email.
Drop it in.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters.
I believe a song of the game is named God, Please, as a reference to that moment. Nice. Yeah, I love
About
that
a
moment.
week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug, Everett. You know he's going to play you somehow.
I do.
All right, let's go back to Everett. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
Perfect. Let's go. So now that makes sense. I was wondering why, because the clothes were super tight on him. It's because he went undercover as the scab leader, but he is the soldier guy, just wearing clothes that like look like they don't fit him, because they're bulging around his armor. I should have pieced that together. Oh my god. All the pieces are coming together. Alright, I didn't want to have to do it, but I don't see any other way out of this, so... Talk to this asshole. What's the best outfit for this? Probably composure, right? With this guy. Reaction speed, rhetoric, composure, shivers, yes. Savoir-faire, visual calculus, inland empire, keep the necklace. Logic, perception. Let's do logic. Encyclopedia, perception. Rhetoric, yes. Don't need empathy with this guy. Pants, electrochemistry, reaction speed, electrochemistry. Sure. And then maybe one more for composure. Yes. If I had to guess, that's usually the route it takes with this guy. Get my fucking gun back. I'm sure he has it just right in his fucking desk.
Mr. Dubois, every worker for himself, right? What can I do for you today?
It's done. I mailed the signatures you asked me to mail.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this.
Of course. I already knew this.
My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a real future, Harry, and I feel I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
See, forging that signature really paid off.
Can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago.
Oh.
Withholding this information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done.
Where is it?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character, so watch out.
Yeah, I knew the woman had it.
This
Who is
must
it?
be the woman who bought the gun from Roy.
Yes.
The one he described as terrifying.
So the gun's still with the woman who bought it from Roy.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway.
Union Boy's gonna help you fix it. He winks at you. Don't worry, Harry.
The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debardeurs Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
Who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
Great.
There it is again. The pigs.
Yes.
Like Roy said, not good at all.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
A smile flickers in the corner of his mouth.
It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction.
She was waving it around at people?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
Can you set up a meeting?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock,
Oh my god.
near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
I gotta lose a whole nother day, basically.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Did you order the hanged man killed?
Order it. You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. It was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself. And I'm too fat for that.
What do you gain from him being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
And
Of
what do
course.
you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
They're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for your men?
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men.
I heard a car alarm. Weird. Alright.
The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
How is this connected to the strike?
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads,
Away from
the
them.
gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
Also, where's your brother? I thought there were supposed to be 2 of you.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her asshole. She has no chance.
Why are you telling me your plans? What?
Tits from her asshole. It's a local saying. Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
So who killed the hanged man?
No idea. Could have been his own mother for all I know. If you ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from Everard Clare. Couldn't have done it without him.
A guy, huh?
How do you know it's a guy?
I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the Union. Maybe it was the mob. Or maybe he killed himself because he was a closet socialist. Truth is, I simply don't know.
How are you going to fund your independent harbor?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Everything?
We've been running back channel negotiations with all the major clients. I think the company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
That's just the top of the iceberg, though, isn't it?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column. We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his benefit, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperidone.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned.
He smiles.
But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
Interesting stuff. I just want to solve this murder, okay?
You know why you're such a good detective, Harry. You don't get sidetracked. You care about the people you're supposed to protect, not some systems that may or may not be unethical.
But I could tell Evelyn about all this too.
Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbor's turnover, just like the harbor is, but a small part of Martinez.
So is there a trade or isn't there?
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth, and everyone's going to pull their weight.
Let's keep focusing on the drug trade. He was almost admitting to it.
Hold on, I don't want to look at the big picture. Like the drug trade you almost admitted to. Well, I mean, if it has the word incorporate in it, then I like it. I'm a money guy. I mean, if it has the word incorporate in it, I like it. I'm a money guy. Very ambitious. Love what you're doing for the working man.
Thank you, Harry. Thank
Biggest
you.
communist builder.
You have no idea how much it means to me, because in many ways, you are that working man. You have already done so much work.
How many of you guys are there in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol. And they're all well motivated. At least the ones you've seen.
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big-time mode.
Am I crazy? I keep thinking I'm hearing like a shitload of car horns outside. Do I need to get him to admit more about the trafficking and all that? Confront the pigs and get your gun. Ask everyone about a cell in the drug lab. Find the murder weapon. Choice info on the lynching.
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be... We've been running with renewed...
That's drug
traffic.
All they do is produce components to... The company... We're going to...
And the kids on the street can get speed and pre-rot.
I'm an old... But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share.
I have to admit that's
And
a
I'd
well put
keep
together
that stuff
plan and
far
far
away
removed
from
from you.
Martinez. It's also far removed from my men and the people of... Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a... Let's look at the bit... I'm gonna...
Let's keep focusing on the drug trade. He was almost admitting to it.
You almost admitted there. I mean, if it has the word incorporate in it, I like it. I'm a money guy. You almost admitted to?
No, Harry. That's boring. All right, it's gone. The hypothetical raw materials trade is off the table. It's such a small and... Boys. Harry felt queasy about it. We're not doing it. Can we talk about my beautiful incorporated Martinez and its many-sided business ventures now? This bold new
I mean,
vision
if
of
it has the word
incorporated
incorporate in it, then
socialism
I
I'm
like it. I'm a
offering.
money guy.
Yes, if you start thinking about it like that, the socialist municipal body sort of is like a corporation, isn't it? It uses corporate law. We're in...
That's it
Great,
for
Harry.
now.
This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
The harbor?
I'm always happy to educate and entertain you, Very nice, Harry. Is there anything else?
Should be good for now. I guess he has to set up the meeting with the pigs. But we didn't play into his hands, at least. Not quite. By the time he finds out, we'll be long gone. Now, Harry. What can we do before we try to pass some time and lose a whole nother day? Alright, I'm definitely going to want hand-eye coordination for when the fucking... the shooting starts. Could talk to Joyce, see if I can get her to, if what I learned from him helps out at all, maybe. Ask another about the tattoos meeting. Who the fuck else would know? Like locals? I don't know. Dead body on the boardwalk. I don't know who Billy Magin's apartment. And the apartment buildings in North Martinet, apartment number 20. Wait, hang on. Is that like the... Let me get out of here real quick. Also, should I get him to do a bad investment? Like, what's my logic on that?
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
3%. Conceptualization's very low. Welcome, fine gentlemen. I am an extremely high net worth individual. Or are they in the apartments that are back here? Number 20. I like how since I'm playing Disco Elysium, all my Chrome alerts are all of a sudden like Disco Elysium based. Can you fucking... Why does it do that? Jesus. In North Martinet. This probably isn't it, is it?
An old East Delta Commerce Center.
No.
This
it's
must
not.
be the name of the doomed commercial
Elysium.
area.
Is it this? Wait, I'm going the wrong way anyway. The apartment building number 20. Should we arrest her, by the way? I don't know if we should arrest her. I mean, if we arrest her, she'll get like she'll be killed eventually. Maybe it's best just to leave her be.
Give me a moment.
Oh yeah, there we go. This is the apartments. Billy Magin.
It's about Victor, isn't it? It's always about Victor with her.
One of the doors on the balcony.
You'll find...
All right, thanks. I thought for some reason it was like a different area. Again, me just being stupid.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
It's my duty as a cop.
Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
What's the thought now? The Jam Rock Shuffle? Excuse me, can I please? By now it's clear you like to look inside containers, you like to open doors and see what's behind them. Maybe secrets, maybe more juicy containers. Let's be honest, you like all containers. Trash cans, utensil trays, manholes, coat pockets, secret containers left behind by the Philippine kings that hold forbidden relics. Okay, you haven't come across one of those yet, but one day... Wait, is that why you're so hellbent on opening containers? Do you think you'll find the Holy Scepter in the Orbe de Montagne? Maybe. One time. All right. Who am I asking again? For what, by the way? The dead body on the boardwalk. Yeah, report the... That's right. Number 20. Which one is it?
A weathered brown door. The number reads 20. Something smells good. Soup allongio. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock. This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard. Get yourself together. It's just police work.
Hold on, Kim. We should discuss this before we move on. What should we expect?
You're right. Let's talk this through.
He looks at the apartment door and lowers his voice a bit.
You hear light footsteps passing by the door and some folk music playing on the radio.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Do you have any advice on how to tell her he's...
Dead? Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Good advice.
Alright, I think I'm ready.
The lieutenant motions towards the door.
Let me get some quick save and let me get something for empathy going here. I feel like empathy and conversation, right? Drama, maybe? Composure for sure. Empathy. I still have +1 for composure. Empathy. Ma'am. Sir, your husband. I don't know if drama is the right way to go here or not. Oh, God. Composure. I think that's a good idea. Alright, let's give it a go.
A weathered brown. Something smells. The lieutenant. This is. Get yourself together.
Hello? Who is it?
And someone turns down the radio.
It's the police. Please open the door.
The police? A moment, please give us a moment.
You hear shuffling inside.
Tidying up. Nervously. There's fear in her voice.
Oh, her. Oh, okay.
Come in, the door is open.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Hang on. Billy I thought they said husband earlier. No, yeah, we're going to have to tell her. Okay. Oh, my God. Yeah. So it is who I thought it was. The working class husband. Yeah. Oh, no. An empty pack of Red Astra cigarettes hidden under the bed. Same brand of cigarettes he found in the trash next to the deceased. Windows covered in old newspaper clippings. Pack of humanitarian aid macaronis. A chalk-drawn height chart for children's growth over the years. A textbook for high school mathematics. Oh boy. Clock is ticking away with an odd cheerfulness. Its ticking makes you anxious. Rings hollow in the room. Posters of contemporary pop stars. Oh boy.
It's you from the bookstand.
Mm-hmm.
Did you come to bring my cockatoo back?
She smiles nervously before the smile vanishes from her face.
I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
What's shitty about this is that oh my god, because I was like, hey, you know, what about you sure your husband's not missing? I'll find him, and now here we are.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Thanks, but I'm alright.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
She stops, her eyes trying to read answers from your face.
Keep it together. You don't want your body language to tell her the news.
Sorry, I'm rambling. It's just that Victor often gets into all kinds of trouble. So, how can I help you?
Definitely no small talk. This isn't the time or place.
Empathy very high. Kim is here. Identified the leather jacket, library card, kept your composure, discussed things through Kim, and you have his handkerchief. Oh, to hand over for the... Oh, tell her about the dead body. Right to it.
You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
Do I just say it like... Ma'am, I'm very sorry to say, but your husband was found dead on the Montagnais boardwalk.
What did you say?
Oh.
A great and terrible spike. The blood freezes in her veins.
Your husband, Victor Majon, is dead. I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am.
Oh.
She touches her cheek, eyes pale like pearls in seawater.
Oh. But he was just...
She looks at the kitchen table where 2 cigarette butts are still in the tray.
But he was just here. Alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, ma'am.
What happened to him?
She turns to you. Her neck and cheeks are covered with red blotches. Her double skin is shaking. Her double chin is shaking. It was an accident. He fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head.
Was he drunk?
Yes.
I see. And you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever.
It couldn't have been long.
She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress. The handkerchief.
Yes. No words, just give her the lieutenant's handkerchief.
A small, terrified smile quivers on her face as she takes the handkerchief and wipes away the tears. She looks disoriented.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No. I just need to tell my girls.
The air gets sucked out of her lungs suddenly.
It burns like acid.
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
No. A day.
No, take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you.
She nods, but with a wretched expression.
Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier.
He hands her a leaflet with the morgue's contact information.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still...
She rubs her face, runs her fingers over cheeks that have become numb.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
She runs out of breath. Again, I'm very sorry, ma'am.
We should step outside and talk.
Set the library card by her and leave the room. All things considered, could have gone a lot worse.
You did well.
Lieutenant says as soon as you left the balcony of the apartment. The balcony feels cool and quiet, with a stunning view over the district. What now?
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased.
Billy and her kids?
They'll manage.
They have to. It's not your place to live their lives.
Right, this is closed then.
Let's go.
Damn. Wrapping up the loose ends. Murder weapon. Locate a working firearm. Still find the murder weapon. Have we not yet? Maybe we will eventually. Look for Ruby on the coast. Union and cryptozoology business might end when you do. Confront the pigs. I can try speaking with Joyce one more time real quick. I don't know anybody else who would know about the tattoos. Nobody. She didn't in here. Maybe the gal on the balcony?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Oh yeah. Piss and fuck the world send their best.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness.
They seem to hold you in high esteem.
They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place.
Skulls are cool. Can I... What are you even trying to achieve? Can I be a skull?
Fat chance. But you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood.
How's that?
She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous. You bring the sirens.
What is it with these skulls and cooperation? They have to be the nicest violent street gang in Revachol West.
Fair enough. And her boat's gone now from here, right? Yes.
Just an ordinary war. Nothing to see here.
I could try. Hang on, conceptualization. While we're looking for stuff to do. I'm trying here. Conceptualization. Let me see the way. Alright, I'll try this, give this a few rolls real quick.
Just an ordinary war.
Still 3%? Oh my god. I'll give it like 5 rolls just for the fuck of it.
Just an ordinary war. You have
3%. Not impossible.
Just an ordinary war. You
Although it's a very quick reload, so I could just
an ordinary war. You
Huh? Oh, I bugged it out. Oh shit.
Ordinary war. No, you have no.
Alright, good. It's not there anymore.
Just an ordinary war. You. Just an ordinary war. You.
It's not an impossible roll, but it's damn near impossible.
Just an ordinary war. You.
No, conceptualize something for Cindy to draw or whatever, you know.
Just an ordinary war. You. Just an ordinary war. You.
3% chance.
Just an ordinary war. You.
A few more tries, and I'll accept my fate.
Just an ordinary wall. You haven't. Just an ordinary wall. You. Just an ordinary wall. You.
One more time. One more try. Here we go. This could be the one.
Just an ordinary wall. You have.
Nah, it's fine. Okay. Talk to Joyce. Cool now. She clearly knows something about the tattoos, is the thing, but I don't know. Well, the old men are gone. Maybe they're just sitting around nearby. Perhaps they serve their purpose. Oh, it's one of them right there. Maybe his friend went off to do something else. Yeah, I guess 6 days won't be too bad then. It's weird though, I thought we would go further into town, but maybe it is just 2 areas. Also, I don't know if it's true or not, because I think I saw the word concept, but they might be doing like a second game? I don't know. It's a very bold and ambitious idea that I heard online. Hello?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? The lorries are still stuck at the roundabout. If the police is asking, one of the drivers might admit to it.
I heard something about a complex operation earlier. This adds up.
I'm glad to hear, officer. I'm sure you'll find out just what that means soon enough.
What proof do you have the union's involved?
How do you think they're finding?
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few... Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely. Then
It
Find
sounds
one
like she
driver who will
tried
open
looking
up.
into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorry man would confide in.
the two might...
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
Made up my mind. Proceed.
Yes?
Probe the driver. See what it yields. Sure. Why not?
Excellent. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I suspect the traffic jam won't disperse. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
Yeah, why not? The jam mystery. Interrogate the drivers about the smuggling. Might as well. Just want to tie up loose ends before all the shit hits the fan. And I need to pass some time until the meetup tonight anyway. God, I feel like I should have found Everett on like day 2 or 3 or something. Made that jump down, got into the harbor way before any of this ever happened. But it is what it is. Alright, so let me... That coat probably, yeah. Composure, shivers, yes. Composure. Keep the authority, yes. He's one of the drivers though, right?
You see a Samaran street vendor. The name?
Happy shopping of it,
From out on the...
Your?
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's...
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
Even better. It's like a shakedown, but somehow legal. This is civil asset forfeiture.
Let's do that. Even better.
You're threatening my inviolable property rights. Good joke, officer. You're very funny. You know that?
Yeah, I just want some questions.
Then fire away, officer.
Finger pistols, 9mm. What kind of stuff you selling here? Where are you from? I'll look around. Let's do this. I thought I'd already talked to him, but I guess I backed out of that already. Alright, talk to the drivers. Our friend here, we kind of built up a repertoire with him.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Seems like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Just be straight with him.
Yeah. Trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B. Just be straight with them.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade, then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
It's not a lie. It's something else. Impossible to say what at this point, but there's something in him. Some trepidation.
That's fair. And he's a cool dude. I don't want to mess with him. He's on the straight and narrow. I don't think she's still kind of... Nothing new with her, right?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph, in her hands, in the background. The radio plays. Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is grey, like lead.
Gotta be a way to get through to
No,
her.
this one is a monster in disguise.
I don't know what else I could do. Unless she's the one that has my gun somehow. Alright, which of you drivers is... Also, the statue would be a good place for the antenna, if I recall.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island.
At least I thought.
Pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been...
I guess not. Thought that'd be a good spot. Maybe this sleazy guy is the one doing the drug.
Looking for something, Rod? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Takes a long drag in his cigarette. Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revachol, right?
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then...
I don't know shit.
No.
If I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Then what are you still hanging around here for? Most other Camonias have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see some lorry with the trailer door open. Say nothing.
The man pulls on his cigarette furiously.
And it's not
still
you,
thinking about mosquitoes and ass cancer.
Who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
You sure it's him and not, say, a lady driver?
Sure, I'm sure. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood.
No, it's Ruby running this ring, like Titus alluded to. But play along for now. Find out what everyone knows first. Sealing is your next lead.
Guess we need to pay Celine a visit then.
Guess so.
Play along. Alright. Oh, Celine. Wow, wow. Bonjour.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
So, Celine, what's your stance on drug? Or where are you from, Celine?
Me?
How about that?
It's a boring story, officer.
But
Who
you're not a
cares
local,
about
are you?
Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais from the Sigai province of the Serais Empire.
The apricot suzerainty is what the Sigai archipelago is commonly known as in Revachol. It's a bit of a fraught term, I'm sure you understand.
No, apricots come from Sigai. My grandma used to grow them. But Sigai is a shithole. That's why I came to Revachol. Here's much better for an independent entrepreneur. Less laws. Speaking of, why not support an independent local?
Well, if it's for his grandma, you should buy a lot of things.
So what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty drugs.
Tasty drugs. We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool narc? But I am not a lorry driver. I am just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
But you are a lorry man. Another driver has ID'd you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
True.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole.
He stops to think.
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
Silene, my source tells me you're the one transporting drugs for the Union.
No! That's insane! It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and he sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh? Have you thought about that?
Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd? You know, the drug crowd?
He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid.
Okay, if you don't know that, I'll tell your employer you've been selling his stuff. Yeah, blackmail's a good way to go.
No use. He's not telling us. He's too afraid. We need to take him to my station and ask him there. After we've called his boss.
Smart.
Okay, look. There's bad people doing bad things here.
Very bad.
That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
Well, buddy, Celine, help us out. No one will know it was you. If you don't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a reason to move on.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver.
Yeah, probably Ruby
You're
then.
better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
There you go. A witness with corroborating evidence. It's Ruby.
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Is the lady driver the old woman back there?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
No, it's still Ruby. Interesting that he doesn't seem aware of her existence, though.
Could her name be Ruby by any chance?
I don't know. I told you. I don't know her name.
Alright, we're cool.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase.
Alright, leave you alone for now. Who do we chat with about this? Find out who's the lady driver and where's her lorry. What, like Ruby's lorry? The one with shit spilling out of it, maybe? I don't know. It's all part of the same jam. I mean, we know it's... So if we know it's Ruby, then what are we doing?
The woman still has... A lorry stuck. The windows are fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you, making your eye... The back...
Racist nationalist paraphernalia.
Okay. Try talking to this evil asshole again.
Work. Right to work.
Nah, nothing to ask him about. He's blending in alright, though.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
I know you've been giving us the runaround. Fess up, where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
First you knew Silene didn't do it.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
He's been expecting this. He's really puffed himself up.
Why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cubs don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? Lady driver?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air. A dark gong. You get a bad feeling about it. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Go for it, Kim. Please take the lead.
Yeah, him.
Cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Damn.
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
72%. Kim's bluff. Saw you snooping in the cabin. Oh. Let me... Quick save. I don't want to risk it. Risk it for the biscuit.
Looking for something, Hunt?
Half-light.
To tell me to fuck off?
Men like this only respect two things. Strength and fear.
Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it? Oh.
Fuck you. I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Let's see. I've been in your fucking lorry. I know where it is. I'm gonna burn it down. You hear me? How about that? Threaten his livelihood. One of the two.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
Nice. Dope. That was great. The old bad cop, badder cop. Sure. So it's that little beep beep down here, right? Little green boy. There we go.
This green found, A to Z, contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of the seat and 2 steering levers. It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it's private, cozy, warm, dusty too.
Try the door handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no picking this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
How are you gonna get this open?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Alright, fair enough. You gotta tell me twice.
This green found, A to Z, contemporain,
Lifted
is
weights.
parked in the shadow of the ruins.
Physical
looming
instrument,
over.
huh? Alright, hang on. I gotta... let me just change my outfit real quick. I think it's just the wife beater, right? Or the shirt. I already have a shirt on, though. Best I'm gonna do. This might take a couple rolls, though. Not exactly the
This
toughest son of a
green
bitch out
found,
here.
A to Z, with a firm
Oh, there we
grip,
go.
you raise the pry bar. A glint of light catching on
Say
the tip.
fuck the police.
Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, lorry cabin.
I'm sorry. Smash it, apologetically.
The window shatters and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Subtle.
Says the lieutenant and sticks his hand in the window like a common car thief and then opens it.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
Admire the... Let's take our time. Admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy with a hint of amberette wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
Stop and wonder, what's that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume.
Juniper.
Probably granate number 5.
Study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared.
Scandalous.
The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness washes over you. A longing even, perhaps. And gentle tragedy. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly.
Enough of the posters.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached.
Examine
to
the
that
radio.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other
Makes
without
sense for
blending
Ruby.
them together.
Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now. The ghostly actresses.
Pedals?
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
Sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right boot sole.
Yes?
Like Ruby. He likes where this is going.
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself.
One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Lieutenant's eyes light up behind his prescription lens. So Ruby really is running a complex operation out of her lorry.
At least we can now ask Titus some concrete questions about it.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls.
Pull off the cover on the
radiator's
passenger seat.
voila, a stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Bonne prise.
Lieutenant commends you as you shift through the treasure, well worn and folded into neat squares.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock. And this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881. High above the massive brown and red roofs, that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield.
Where does the road lead?
To Couron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road.
Fold open the second map.
This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox. Old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct. No storm will ever drown Revachol. The great solution to the riddle of history. Wind rips through the empty hallways of the once great military hospital. Now just a ruin under an overgrown park. Beneath the hospital, great sewer tunnels hum and vibrate with life of their own.
What does that sound?
The rattle of motor carriages and lorries driving through long-forgotten tunnels, lit by gaslights.
The third map?
The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of Motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Despite the cold, figures move about cloaked in shadow, their breath escaping in white clouds that fade into the darkness. Wherever you look, the night gives cover to her messengers.
Where are they going?
They travel from eminent domain to perdition and onto the main, over the River Esperance, on Route 881 to the Old South. The exit ramp is supposed to be shut down, but there's much activity. The road spreads like the tentacles of a great octopus. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Tract.
So it would seem.
Lieutenant examines the map with a furrowed brow.
The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them.
Where does the contraband end up?
Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
The Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo tribes. But really, they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol. With cool names like La Puta Madre and Aura Masta. It's a dark parody.
Why do you think this? Who do you think is behind this?
It's definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect. Here's bad news. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is a brave man for saying Madre's name without the winces and whispers that usually accompany it. Especially bad news for cops who may have something in their past they don't even know is there.
Fair enough.
Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick this up later.
The stack of maps looks just like before, barely noticeable. The movie star's metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper. It's an issue of Petit Ferique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
The pull-out toolbox slides back into the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Okay. Of course.
All right. We've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found.
Seems like
we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well-funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls, between you and your station, a worrying prospect.
Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it's Ruby's cabin we found. This is an undeniable connection to the Union.
The Union really is neck deep with everything around here, isn't it?
One way or another, they seem to be. Logistically, if nothing else. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them. To other ends, as extra ammunition.
Will the RCM open investigation into this?
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
Sure.
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation. Sometime later, when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
He stops to think. What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Okay. Debrief over?
Debrief over. After you.
Fair enough. So we speak with Titus real quick about it then, maybe? God, I hate sometimes the navigation in this place. In this game, the navigation can be so fucking finicky and fucky. Like, well, we have our answers though. Took days, but you know. Titus, you want to elucidate anything?
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
What do you want? Let's see. Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? We know Ruby was the driver. We know that's your affiliation with her. Detective, you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
No, do the honor. You've earned it. Not a lieutenant.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
Good idea. People are always going to do drugs. At least this way you have some control over it. I mean, that's true as well. Though for a fact there's still plenty of drugs out there. I mean, yeah. One of these two. He's not wrong. I'm sure Kim won't like that answer. Let's go with that.
No, there aren't. Some little shit and his dad are doing speed. Who fucking who? Stuff's probably from Jamrock.
Whatever you've seen is peanuts.
Peanuts?
Look at the big picture, man. The place is a paradise. And all thanks to Hardy Boys.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
And what about this Ruby? Is she the 8th Hardy who runs this thing for you?
You sure do love long walks through Dairytown, don't you? Well, I'm thirsty now. Thirsty for beer. Got any less theoretical questions, Carl?
He doesn't let it show, but must be a little impressed. You've put a lot of things together, fast. He's practically saying yes. A yes to everything you said.
Yeah? What?
Do you know what she's doing with Uline frequencies?
The what now? No idea. Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
Ooh, so I know about this.
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Uline frequencies at a pale something. I don't know more.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
But I know exactly what he's talking about. Titus puts an end to it.
It feels like you'll get to know soon enough.
Yeah, Inland Empire coming in with the facts. Thanks for the review, Titus.
Anything else you want, Carl?
I'm good. You fellas enjoy your beers. Alright. We talked to Evelyn at the big deal now. Or Joyce, rather. I keep saying Evelyn. It's Joyce. Might as well. Time for the meetup for my gun is slowly approaching. I'm very happy that I went back and tied up some loose ends. I kind of fumbled my way into that last act there, all because I didn't realize that you kind of have to like play with Everard, but then you can also play Everard, so that's my own fault for not investigating the letter soon enough. I was just so like turned off by anything to do with him, because after that first mission and he's like, "Oh, Harry, you've done this, but I don't quite trust you yet." I'm like, fuck yourself, man. But there's more layers to this whole cake than I thought. Alright. Let's not tip too much of the hat, though. Let's change this damn shirt. I think I still have the Muscle Boy shirt on. Let's put the polo on. Might as well. I don't know exactly what I should have to talk with her, but I'll just tell her what I found out.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Spoke with the lorryman about the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Well, we have discovered enough to conclude for now. Where were your eyes located? I mean, doesn't matter.
Yes. And will you start an official investigation?
The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
Let the lieutenant handle it.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it.
The protocol was show you my badge.
If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
And I showed you my badge.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
Was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war.
She's correct.
With possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
Yes, as we saw clearly happen.
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Clearly.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenel contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
It'll be all of them. The decision is already made.
I have to say, this is not Disco. Maybe the investigations can team up, share resources and intelligence? Doubtful. This is not Disco.
It is very far from Disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put...
She leans against the wooden planks.
If you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
I think the confrontation is inevitable.
It doesn't have to be like this, Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What can you tell me about Crenell?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Shoreline.
Down a deep, black well.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorentz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company? Tell them to call them off.
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't.
I mean, we already have answers.
This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on, then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What do these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
This does not come as news to us, but still. To your knowledge, where did this assault take place, if you know?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Another woman you're talking about. We have it under... let's not mention it. And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
The one who was hanged. Did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name was...
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
There's a pain of regret to her voice.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, ma'am. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. And Classier also mentioned it, I believe. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
I like how it's remaining 2 mercs, but I saw 3 mercs there in the town square. Where are the remaining 2 now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're likely to be armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
Vigilantes. The RCM gets its authority from the Coalition. Where does theirs come from?
Somehow, I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them to stand down.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Well, our logic right now, sent by the Pines, scab leader, murder, bad reply, closed didn't fit right. Oh, we could figure it out ahead of time.
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
In a building south of the roundabout. Who? Who was the other one? Oh, the one that had the photo, but no. I'm missing out on who the other one is. One, it must be the goon in the ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates, the scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a border keg. Does this not bother you?
That's interesting. The English always say catastrophe. French say catastrophe.
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
One is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel. I hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start. Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
Okay, yeah, because 10 days total, yeah.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
That's enough for now, I suppose.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
Oh my god, finally.
If there is anything else I can help you with,
now,
please ask.
We got an answer from Klasje, but can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet. Observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like vias on a microcircuit.
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways. A sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What's the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now?
Nowhere. There is no soul. This one has flown quite far away by now.
I would say he's near the Arcade Islands by now, ready to exit the Insel Indian and enter the Pale, if I've read his home address correctly.
She smiles. What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
So, Glacier wasn't entirely inaccurate. This is just a more detailed, more like logic, like factual explanation.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande,
Pretto Grande.
through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
She points to his heart.
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
Like, so yeah, like she said, it traces a path, like the person's story, basically, their life.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured. In Martinez looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Ask Mercs about tattoos. I need the information. Ooh, you're right, not a good idea.
I am relieved you think so. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security.
It's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nope.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do.
Oh my god.
They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Actually, now that I hear superstar and law official in a sentence, they sound weird together.
What are you, deaf? They're perfect, like rock star politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish.
Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bayi, badass on-the-edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Cool. I got 2 experience points. Reaction speed, and I'm definitely gonna need reaction speed coming up. Like 100%. Perception, savoir-faire, interfacing, composure's already maxed out. So what's the thought then? Jamrock Shuffle, Arno Vike, Precarious World. Victory. Some kind of superstar. First, let's make this absolutely clear. No one is saying you're an actual superstar, and the groupies in cocaine, riddled with hepatitis C, strikes a lionesque pose with a mic kind of way. You're not Guillaume Nemillion or Davy Dewis, no. You're a metaphorical superstar. You bring that rock and roll authenticity and passion to a line of work where people don't expect or want to see it. Where, some would say, it doesn't belong. Law enforcement. I don't know what that would do, though. And I still have finger pistols here. You were promised a gun. That much is certain. That is why you became a cop. Yet here you are, loitering around with idle hands like some sorry-ass loser from the street. Suddenly, you're supposed to be solving cases by, what, like talking to people? How are they going to believe that you can protect yourself and them from savages without a firearm? This ain't right. You need to think around this problem. You need to snap your fingers at people as you do. I might sit on finger pistols for the fun of it, honestly. Like, once I try to pass some time in a bit. Could be a fun thing. Do I have a free spot? Now I do. Perfect. Okay, what was I gonna do next? I still don't know how to get to the secret passage. Spirit, responsibility. Find the murder weapon. Find a working firearm that shoots 446 ammo. Look for Ruby on the coast. Confront the pigs. Okay. I would think confront the pigs would be next. Possibly ask this gal out on a date, maybe, but... I'm curious. I don't know. I still don't know who the murderer could be. That's the thing. Like, the only hunch that I had, like, it was a sniper from a nearby place. But I don't see why that guy would have taken out his comrade. But he has the rifle we'd be looking for. That's the crazy part. Anyway, I need my gun back first. Then we can kick off everything tomorrow morning. Sleeping dock worker. Challenging. Sleeping dock worker. Where's that again? Set of tracks. Map wall. Backyard wall. Rene Arnaud. Joyce Messier. Smoker on the balcony. Measurehead. Liliana the net picker. Suggestion. Warded door. Stained glass window. Challenging. Suna the programmer. Legendary. Silene. Rhetoric challenge. Okay, what's the best course of action here? I'm not gonna find any of that. Find the murder weapon. You can stop and then find the bullet. Yes, I did. After that, keep your eyes open and be patient. Locate a working firearm. Ask Evrard about a cell. To manipulate him? It's too late, though. I mean, I think it is anyway. 2200. I gotta pass a little bit of time. That's fine. And it's gonna be here, yes? Just read some case files, I guess. Till 2200. I reckon. Oops.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten logs on dozens of investigations. You don't exactly... It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've developed. Some assholes in stuff. They were leaving it cigarette butts. No, you didn't have time. Some assholes in stuff. They were leaving it cigarette butts. No, you didn't have time for that. Some assholes in some. They were leaving cigarette butts. No,
some
you didn't have time for that.
Butts.
Murder. Tum tum tum. Joseph Mills didn't get off the. No. Okay. So the case is handed to you, but yeah, no one in Mills has no idea. See? You can't even read the smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Some asshole in some. They were leaving cigarette. No. You didn't have time for that.
Almost there.
These
one more.
notes show that you have what is called some ass in some. They were leaving it cigarette butts. No, you didn't have time. Not much has changed.
Alright, cool. On the coast by the fishing market? That's what they said, right? Maybe I need to go inside and come back. Oh, I don't want to trigger anything. You know, where are we meeting again? Just walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Which part of the boardwalk? What, on the boardwalk? Under the boardwalk? Oh, probably on the pier, or the I think I know where they want me to go. Maybe. Probably over here, right? if I had to guess. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Found her.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Jesus Christ. The aging woman under a mountain of police paraphernalia mumbles to herself. The notice as you reach it and reaches for the megaphone.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
I should have saved before this, by the way.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
You shouldn't be here. Something's very wrong with her. She's completely out of control.
Easy, ma'am. Take it easy.
Failure to comply. Suspect is displaying aggression.
Uh-oh.
Officer, under duress! Officer, under duress!
Her eyes bulge with terror. Veins protrude on her forehead.
I am the police. Don't move. Don't move. Hands on your head. Suspect is armed and dangerous.
I'm not moving.
Suspect is on the loose. Suspect at large. Officer, administer street justice at our own peril. That one extra lick with a baton or extra knee strike above was what was actually required. Suspect is under control.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
The situation looks bad. Calm yourself. Steady your breathing.
Oh yeah, 6 hours. Well, I know because I'm close. I think I'm close to the end, so I'm willing to. Since I know that I'm closer, I'm willing to back up and like take some time to knock this out tonight.
This is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always leave your gun loaded.
Time to get my gun. Please identify yourself, ma'am.
It's the goddamn police, shitbag. Out the pavement. You're under arrest.
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine or drugs? She thinks she's a police officer. Try treating her like a police officer. A lower-ranking police officer.
Officer Pigs, Double your freighter Harrier Dubois, requesting your sidearm for inspection. Hold out your badge.
What?
Oh, she lowers the megaphone and stares at the gun in her hand. Patrol officer, you're in gross violation of the RCM Code of Conduct.
Sir?
She hesitates, looking around in confusion. The 3-barreled pepper box wavers in her hand.
In this moment of hesitation, she almost doesn't seem disturbed, but like someone suddenly waking from a deep sleep.
Patrol officer, I have to sign you up for a disciplinary hearing. Slowly shakes your head. Keep referring to her as an officer.
Easy. Press her too hard and she'll...
Too late, Lieutenant. With a swift, poorly coordinated move, the woman slams the megaphone against her lips and teeth.
Damn.
A trickle of blood runs down her chin. She doesn't notice it.
Officer compromise. Unlawful impersonation. Pigs en route. Engage your will.
Okay. She's actually more agitated now.
Damn.
My bad.
This is the Pigs, road cop on the loose. 72%. Fuck it.
Alright,
Hey.
Here's how we do it. As soon as that gun isn't pointed at you again, you dash right. Then immediately close the distance. Left hand grabs the barrel, right one breaks the wrist. A drop of sweat runs down your nose, and in it you see the Martinez Inlet, wrapped in the night. In the abandoned fish market, 3 figures standing in a spectacular light show. A large, loud woman is pointing an empty firearm at the other 2. She doesn't want to listen, or even to be heard.
Kim, I'm almost certain there are no bullets in that gun.
Huh? My God, I think you're right.
My God, it's not loaded. The gun isn't loaded. I could try that.
What?
The woman looks at the weapon in disbelief. Her eyes suddenly reddish with tears. She looks straight down the barrel and squeezes the... Wait, no! Wait!
This isn't police issue.
Oh my God.
Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. What is this?
Jesus Christ, this is loaded. What? Click. Like, can you imagine?
Police guns always have bullets.
She looks devastated. Grab the gun, right now. This might be your only chance.
Got it.
No one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
This woman needs help. Oh, it's a 9mm pepperbox pistol. Pepperbox pistol.
Whoa. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Oh,
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
Oh, I'm very sorry this is how life turned out for you. I can try to be, like, sympathetic.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
What do you think is happening to her?
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
But why was she like this in the first place?
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8 and loneliness.
Not neurodegenerative disease. Yeah.
Could be. Her hands were trembling and she did seem uncoordinated. But what are we gonna do with her?
Should we just arrest her?
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state and without the gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle.
Sure.
They might even know her family.
Oh, I solved this a lot quicker than I... Yeah, only because I expected a coordination. Arguing with her was a real struggle. I almost had her, though. I just got a little bit too aggressive in the interrogation. Yeah, Titus sounds like the man for the job, honestly.
Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late, and they might have already gone home. But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Please, leave the radio on.
Oh. She mutters. It seems like a reflex, a half-remembered sentence.
Reflex to what? Being left alone. She stands motionless. Just a heap of clothes and fleshes now. Maybe if you search her once more. The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them.
Pick up the RCM cap.
She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Oh, is that yours?
It's hard to say. It's been so long since you wore yours.
Maybe, probably. You know me.
It's your hat.
Hey. Shake her shoulder.
The old woman doesn't react to your touch.
Leave her be. And my police hat. Holy shit. One for authority. Member of an organization. The cap is sturdy and comfortable, and seems to retain its form very well. It fits you perfectly. The inside of it smells like cheap tobacco and typewriter ink. It feels familiar somehow. Perhaps it too is yours, though how the pig got it is a mystery. As opposed to, what, logic? I'll stick with logic for now, but good to know that I have it back. I wonder if Titus and the boys are already gone. But I got my gun back. A Villiers. Oh, it is like a flintlock. 9mm pepperbox pistol. Equip this when times are most dire. A 3-shot revolving barrel Villiers Lasalle pepperbox, typically assigned to officers of the RCM upon reaching the rank of sergeant. The butt of the gun is worn, and the engraving on the side reads, "Sunrise Parabellum." This is your gun, no doubt about it. Well, Parabellum means this is war. So sunrise, this is war, or it will be war, something like that. A kaboom! Took me the entire game, but I got my fucking gun back. And it's pretty late, so I should probably turn in, honestly. In the morning, I'll talk to Hardy and the boys, and then I'll just go and start the end, or whatever's close to the end, I guess. At least I think everyone's turned in already.
It's getting late, and it's snowing. Time to call it a day.
Send him away for the night.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
But can I talk to so and so about a potential date, if she's still out here? I'm just curious to see where it would go. I doubt it would go anywhere, but
The sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
suggestion, huh? I can try, but it's going to be super low. I'm just curious to see what happens. Ah, yes, romance. Oh, better, romance. There we go. Perfect. That's all I've got. Plus one suggestion. That's it. Alright, let's give it a go. I'm also curious to see where it leads. Yeah, I'll do a few rolls.
Soon. I can feel it. The wind is...
You think she really needs more of that after a man died at sea?
But what do I do then?
What if I told you it is actually possible to go on a date sober?
I'm listening.
Before recorded history,
I am sober,
men and women
though.
were able to do simple, very primitive things together sober. Acknowledge the situation and keep it basic.
I'm a drunk. Don't know if you've noticed, so I usually ask people to drink with me.
I have, and I don't really.
This time, though, imitate drum roll, I thought I'd ask you for a walk.
Just a walk? I don't know, officer. I would not have taken you for an innocent perambulator.
I am. That's why you should definitely agree.
Where would this walk take us, officer?
She's thinking, eyes mapping your rugged features. But there's a nice view on the beach I found. Land's End.
All right. I will walk with you. But you need to understand that nothing is going to happen. We're just walking.
Just a good old-fashioned walk. I like it.
Me too.
Aww.
It's been ages since I just had a normal conversation with one of you guys. All right, I'll go put the kids to bed and we'll meet at Land's End in 15 minutes.
She doesn't wait for an answer.
Hey.
You better get ready.
I'm already dressed to the nines. Cool. Let's go for a walk. Why not? Meet Lillian at Land's End. I'm worried that if I read the case file, I'll overshoot the window. Can I go there and, like, wait for her? Well, Land's End is over... Was it over here or is it over there? I forget. I pointed to this, right? Is this it? Shit, hang on. Where's Land's End? You have a date with Lillian. Get to Land's End and the northern tip of the peninsula. She's not going to wait for you forever. Northern tip. Oh, no, that's going to be over yonder. Clearly not by my crashed automobile. I think. The music's nice, especially for this moment. I believe it's up here? Right? Isn't it over here? Land's End. Or is this not the right spot? Because I said I pointed to a location. Well, this gotta be... Is this not it? Oh, yes it is. Perfect. Okay. What's good date date outfit? Honestly, this is alright. You know? A little suit on, little bolo. Got my composure. Maybe some glasses for logic. I don't know. Like, what would I need? I already have suggestion. I don't need authority, but logic. I don't know. I feel like it'd be more of an emotion thing, right? Let's just stick with what I have now.
You see that seagull up there?
What?
Remind you of anybody?
No one comes to mind.
You and the seagull are just alike.
Why am I like a seagull?
Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. They were birds of that paradise. Then their paradise became Shit City. And what did they do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers out of trash cans, killing and eating pigeons. No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away from gangsters, just like you.
Fucking right. Whatever it takes to survive. I am the seagull.
Own it. Steal hot dogs. Shit in the sand. Whatever it takes to keep going.
So this isn't it, is it? The northernmost tip, though. Is it further over yonder? Did I overshoot it completely? I'm worried that I'll miss my window. The northernmost tip. No, maybe it was over this way. We can go more to the north, yeah. Probably by the radio antenna up here. Aha. Can you, oh my god, go around the rock, you dingus. Little walkie walk. This is enough. Hey.
The woman gazes steadily at the waves. A sudden gust picks up her dark hair and lets it fall again, tousled, wild. She brushes a few stray locks from her eyes, and only then spots you approaching.
Aye, so here you are. It's late and it's snowing. The snow is... well, it's not really snow, it's slush. Know that you're not the first guy to bring a girl to Land's End. This is what the locals call a make-out spot. That is not going to happen here today. I just want to make that clear, Dimples.
She turns to face the sea once more. That's fair.
Across the rusty water, that's La Delta, the financial district. In the mist-covered distance, towers rise as a rebuke to the poverty of this coast.
You seem surprised that I made it.
Drinking men aren't known for keeping their appointments.
I'm just trying to be a responsible grown-up.
So this is what this is. Responsible. Well, maybe it is. Maybe you'll have a revelation and crack whatever you're on.
Yeah, this is a good influence on me.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
Her laughter is throaty and warm. It rhymes with the sunlit waves and the cries of the gulls.
Yeah, I've been sober for more than an entire day now.
I've seen quite a few of those first days. Aye. Still, good for you.
She nods to you, a playful glint in her eyes.
Here it comes.
She says, as she turns back to the sea, the weather begins to clear under her steady gaze.
So fast as to make it seem like the weather turns at her command.
Wait, did you just do that?
Me? No. Just grew up on the sea. Know which way the wind's blowing and all. Knew the weather'd clear up once we got here. Otherwise, it would have been a less pleasant stroll, nay?
The remains of the dying sun are reflected in the waves and the skyscrapers rising across the bay. Your mind clears for a moment as your senses take it all in. Not just the glass skyscrapers, fragile looking in the shimmering air. River Esperance flowing into the bay.
Isn't it strange for this all-powerful thing, the sun, to be so generous towards us? You know, the best time to go out fishing is usually towards sunset, when the water is warmer.
The sun also falls on the Capeside tenements and war-torn ruins. An old sea fortress juts out, seemingly impervious to the sheen cast over everything else, shaking you out of your reverie. The sun does little for the dead, and those hopelessly lost in their own minds, or people living in desert climates with sparse vegetation and little drinking water.
Is that why you named your boat the Sun?
Oh, that was a bit of pride and a bit of superstition.
Enjoy the view.
There's salt in the air, and the cries of the gulls and the skuas, grit of the sand and the green glint of broken bottles. But still your gaze always returns to the dazzling streaks of light, wherever they may be reflected, their fading opulence.
It's bringing us spring, summer. It's entirely on our side, no matter what we do or who we are, for absolutely no reason. It's unlike no other powerful being, certainly no powerful organization or government. How can that be?
Begin a long and passionate political tirade. Well, something's got to be on our side.
I guess we wouldn't really be here if that thing wasn't on our team.
Maybe some general remarks before you say something big. Work your way up to the cool.
You're for your lost love. Conceptualization is so low. Work your way up to it. Some casual remarks. So, who do you think killed the hanged man? Lord. Yeah, fish hooks in your ears.
These aren't real fish hooks, silly. They're earrings shaped to look like fish hooks. A drunk called Rosemary brought them to me.
Rosemary.
She's right. They're made mostly of plastic. A cheap novelty gift you can buy from a flower shop or a kiosk. The wind ruffles her hair as she looks at the setting sun.
There's an interesting lilt in your voice.
Thank you. I'm half Ubi. My mother was from Ubi Sunt. Not a lot of sun there, I hear, though I've never been.
The wind ruffles her hair as she looks at the setting sun.
Don't you want to go visit La Delta?
It's enough that my fish goes there. 50 real a piece they ask for spring cod.
Out on the terrace of La Fruit de Fond, a hip business lunch spot in downtown La Delta, glasses clink over a spread of oysters. Someone can't decide what to eat. Someone recommends a ceviche. Someone shields her eyes, trying to see across the bay.
I think talking about the hanged man would bring the mood down. 17% so low, though. I need conceptualization. Your lost love. Time to think. I'll try. I might want to do some rerolls for this, maybe.
Say what? Something interesting? Impossible.
The something was very pretty. I'm sorry, I don't have anything to add.
Thank you. Out there on the other planet, the sea, you start seeing things in a strange light. I'm glad I got to share it. You know, the wind's gonna pick up soon, and I have to go.
Let me try. What conceptualization was it, right? I'm curious to see what happens if I do. Ooh, hang on. Quite so. Better. Let's give it a go.
The woman.
I know that you're not the first guy.
Her thoughts across the rusty water. That's La Delta, the financial.
Drinking men aren't known for keeping their appointments. So this is what this is.
Her laughter is throatier.
I've seen. Here it comes.
So fast as
Me? Do the way.
the remains.
Isn't it strange?
The sun, or people living in desert climate.
Oh.
And a bit of conceptual unity too. It being yellow and all. This sort.
It's bringing us spring, summer. It's entirely on our side. I guess we wouldn't really be here if that thing wasn't on our face.
She's right. The wind ruffles her hair.
Thank you.
The wind ruffles her hair. Out on the terrace of La Fruit de Fond, a hip business lunch spot in downtown La Delta. Glasses clink over a spread of oysters.
Decent
Someone
odds.
can't decide what to eat. Someone recommends us. Say what?
Come on with this shit. This and the ruby rolls are gonna be the ruby roll is gonna be the roughest, I swear.
The woman.
I know that you're.
A thought across the rusty water.
So this is what this is.
Her laughter is through.
I sing. Here it comes.
So fast as to make it.
Me. Knew the way.
The remains.
Isn't it strange?
The sun, or people living in desert.
Oh.
And a bit of this.
It's bringing us spring, summer. I guess we wouldn't be.
She's right. The wind ruffles.
Thank.
The wind ruffled. Out on the terrace of La Fruit de Fond, a hit business lunch spot in downtown La Delta. Say what?
Come on with this shit. 42%. That's not terrible. Give me a break. I want to say something cool. I just want to say something cool.
The woman.
I know that you're not.
I love how this intimate, really nice moment can be just speed ran like this.
That's La Delta,
as the whole game could be, but anyway.
So this is what.
Her laughter is throat.
I see. Here it comes.
So fast as to.
Me. Knew the way.
The remains.
Isn't it strange?
The sun, or people living in desert.
Oh.
And a bit of this.
It's bringing us. No. And it will outlive them all.
Oops.
Bees.
She's right. The wind ruffles her hair.
Thank you.
The wind ruffles her hair. Out on the terrace of La Fruit de Fond, a hit business lunch spot. Say.
Come on. It's even odds. It's even odds. Been rolling dice for over 6 hours.
The woman.
I know that.
A thought across the rusty water.
Drinking man. So this is what.
Her laughter is.
I see. Here it comes.
So fast.
Me. Knew the way.
The remains.
Isn't it strange?
The sun.
Funny also, we didn't really go for a walk. We're just kind of
people
like
living
standing.
in desert climate.
Oh.
And a bit of conceptual unity. This.
It's bringing us spring, summer. I guess we wouldn't really be.
She's. The wind ruffles her.
Thank.
The wind ruffles. Out on the terrace of La Fruit de Fond, a hit business. Say.
I'm gonna murder someone. I swear to God. Come on. Please, bro. Please. 42%. The odds shouldn't be that bad right now. These rolls.
The woman.
I
crazy.
know that you're not.
I've gotten less odds quicker.
Drink the world. Let's just admire. Here it comes.
So fast as to make it seem.
Me. Knew the way.
The remains.
Isn't it
spicing
strange?
it up a little bit.
The sun, or people living in desert.
Oh.
And a bit of conceptual unity. This salt.
It's bringing us spring, summer. It's entirely on our. I guess we wouldn't really be here if that be.
She's right. The wind ruffles her head.
Thank.
The wind out on the.
Bees.
She's right. The wind ruffles her hair. Here we go.
There we go.
2 different approaches to cap this off in style.
Different approaches. Yeah, massive thermonuclear reaction 5 billion years ago. The sun is a god. The only fault with the sun is it shines on us as well as our enemies. Ooh, okay. What's the angle here? Massive thermonuclear reaction. I feel like she's more about less about the science of it, and she's more about like. Let's go with the second one.
That it does. But then, we are also enemies to our enemies, hey? And so she shines on us. The cops and the commies, the killers and the saints. You know, the wind's gonna pick up soon, and I have to go, but...
She takes her sword out of the scabbard. The blade shines in the gathering dark.
Have this.
What?
The sun's good, but it doesn't stick things. I've no use for it anymore.
You sure you don't need the sword?
No. Men around here are too drunk to pose a threat to me.
Think we can do this again sometime?
Doubt it. But thank you for the company.
That's all right.
This is as far as it goes with her. You'd need to put a year between you and your last drink for anything more.
Thank you for coming on this walk with me.
Farewell.
That was nice, though. Nice moment. Something poignant to say, although I think it would have gone the same way either way, but that's nice. She needs some time, and I need time.
As she walks off, the wind picks up, and the light from the sun seems to fade. The crumbling silhouette of failed electrical R&D towers in the distance, beckoning.
Nice. Got a fucking sword. Standard 115mm saber. Equip this to impress yourself. The blade of this mass-produced saber has dulled over the years and won't slice or stab anyone. It still commands respect in your hand, however. Holding on to its bake-light hilt fills you with a sense of purpose and a memory of the date. Neat. But you can't, like, do anything with it. That's fine, though. That's cool. Alright, I still like that I did it. Let's pick an idea to sleep on, and then we'll start the next day. I think I'm gonna do... what was it? Finger pistols? 1 hour research time. It was either magnesium-based. Or magnesium-based. Finger pistols. Savoir-faire. Magnesium-based life form. Precarious world. Victory. Hell, even sexual victory. Different lot of object-based. I mean, things and not losing them. One problem, there are not a lot of victories in sight. Everyone's mostly losing. Why is it? How do you not lose? Sure. I'm curious how that'll pan out. Alright, let's sleep on it. Literally. Perhaps one more chat with our limbic system and reptilian brain is what we truly need before going to encounter Ruby. Oh, what? Oh, okay. All this money. What to spend it on? That $300 lamppost. That light or whatever over at Roy's shop. Yeah, that was a nice little encounter, though.
It's getting cold.
Call it a day.
The bed is comforting.
Yes. Maybe I'll actually get a few hours
The place
in.
feels almost like home now. Quiet and dignified around you. A new life by the seaside. You're incredibly tired. The darkness and warmth come fast. You're falling asleep.
It's easier this time. Drifting off, your head has found a comfortable indent in the pillow. Your legs and your torso feel like lead weights sinking to the bottom of the sea. Until there's suddenly light.
This respite. You've earned it, brother. Bask in the darkness. Let it swallow you up and swivel you around while you forget everything you've managed to remember.
Is this the last dream?
No, this is the one before that. We'll just keep cycling it for you if you don't mind. As long as we can. Spin it like black yarn.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Thank you, darkness. Thank you.
You're welcome, Harry boy. You earned it.
A deep, uninterrupted sleep.
After centuries of darkness, the alarm rings. But what's this? You actually feel rested.
Holy shit.
There's no time to cuddle with your pillow, however, or as much as shiver from the cold. The world awaits.
I'll be damned. Actually, well rested for our big day here. 7:30 sharp. Good morning. Hello?
Yes?
Just checking. Okay. Wait, does sleeping not count for the head clearing? Oh, hush. Like it wouldn't? Oh my god. 4 hours? See, why doesn't... You can't sleep on an idea? That's... I guess you gotta actively think on it, huh? Well, let's go tell the Hardy Boys about the gal, and then we'll head back here to wrap it up. This first playthrough's been a sloppy one, but I'm kind of getting the hang for it now. It'll make subsequent playthroughs interesting. Or better. Well, no, interesting, yeah.
The Coppernado is back.
The Coppernado.
What do you want?
There's an old catatonic lady in the old fish market on the other side of the bay. She needs help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yep, her.
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Kurong or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
Damn.
Hey, wasn't Everard's beat team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig?
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do.
Nope, didn't have anything of mine.
No? Well, whatever then, Copper.
Chugs his beer down and wipes his mouth.
No. They totally said what it was.
What?
What was it? Anyone remember?
I don't remember. I was fucking drunk.
Let me know if you figure it out back there.
Whew.
Now, anything else we can help you with?
What's her name? Her real name?
Auntie LaPlante, we always called her. Something LaPlante.
Marianne, amigo.
Mariana Amigo LaPlante. Oh, Mariana LaPlante.
Be anything else you wanted to know?
Who was she?
Was. Like before. Just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little off. But still.
The children kept her together.
How did she get like this?
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
Someone who wanted to set the world right before it ends? I can't but feel partially responsible for the unhealthy culture that poor woman latched onto. I'm sorry. That seems like a humble thing to say.
Yeah, you should be.
Whatever, Cole. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of our own.
Where'd she get all her cop gear?
Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it, collected it.
Station 41. A man carries a crate of rusted, unused badges. You think these would net us something at the annual auction? A balding detective drags a comb futilely across his head. Shit, who'd want those? Just dump them into the river.
Thanks for helping out with this one, Titus.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
I talked to Joyce, the Mercahand. His friends are coming for you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Cronell?
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
There's snickering in the room. Guess you weren't near the... No, I was near the end, but I things started to go down and not well, and I realized it's because I didn't pursue a certain side mission. I was very ill prepared for what was coming, so it was a cool moment that was spoiled because I was woefully underprepared. So I basically been knocking out all the side stuff leading up to the end. Basically, it's a Mass Effect 2 all over again. Thankfully, you told me the proper way to go about playing Mass Effect 2, so I was able to execute the ending pretty well, but in a similar RPG manner, because I just wasn't familiar, and well, I didn't mind not knowing, but I now know that I should be a bit more prepared before all the fireworks start.
Nervous, snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
Yeah, they're forming some kind of tribunal and they're coming for you. Yeah, the tribunal is what I'm referring to, by the way. That was the whole scene.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
Bro, in my version, you got shot.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Glenn's a fucking lead magnet, honestly.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
He punches Blondie on the shoulder. They're armed with automatic weapons. Joyce said they're coming rogue. Nobody's controlling them.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Will they pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
See what? That they don't?
Yeah. Like you've been up against ceramic armor.
Yeah, he takes a sip of beer to bite his time, then tries to get the last word in.
You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
Maybe I could say something if I'd actually picked up those fucking boots earlier. Joyce said they've gotten rogue. Nobody's controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
This Cornell is bad news. You know that, right?
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
Alright.
These people are trained military professionals. Special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or Barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. Don't forget, we're listening in on their communications. Their shit is way apart.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
I mean, okay, they're gonna wipe you the fuck out. I mean, okay, I'll be on your side when they come. I'll be gunning you down right alongside. I mean, okay, I'll be on your side when they come. They're gonna wipe you the fuck out, Titus. I'll be on your side when they come, I guess, right?
Yeah. Just try not to get in the way when the whoop-ass flies open.
Sure.
Beneath the whoop-assery, it's clear that he appreciates all the help he can get.
Alright. I think we wrapped up most of the loose ends that we can. Though truth be told, if anybody knows how to get through that blue door right there, I'll take the advice right now. I'm sure there won't be anything crazy back there, but I do not know how to get back there. Because the only stuff that's remaining is that secret passageway. I'm not going to drink or smoke. I'm staying sober throughout my entire playthrough. This whole thing with the giant antenna, the murder weapon, I don't know who or where I would look for the murder weapon. I've searched most of the place. My theory, my hunch, it's crazy, because they keep mentioning there's only like, well, I guess if there's, because they said there was only 2 mercenaries left, but there's like 3 of them. Or I thought the rifleman with the mercenaries, he had a rifle that looked like it'd be the same rifle. I'm not gonna ask Evrard about selling the drug trade. I don't know. I mean, if anybody knows how to get in that blue door, I'll take the tip, but I don't think I can.
You see a heavy...
So, here's what it is. And Gart doesn't know who has the key, neither do I. I've been around back, I didn't see anything out back. Unless there is something hiding around back that I've just not been noticing. That door's closed for the summer. Should have found a way to open that door. I've already been to the roof. Oh, there's the other door on the roof, isn't there? That second door, I think? Isn't there? Oh, yeah. Okay, you're right. Completely forgot about the second door. Just me being a dum-dum. We'll give her a quick look-see. Hello. I'll be damned. How did I miss this?
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Push?
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Where does this lead to?
I don't know, Lieutenant Yefreiter.
He makes a note.
It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Do you think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers.
Tap on the roof with your foot?
A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
What? See? The main investigation and the door below are merging into a stereo investigation.
I hate it when that happens.
Lord. Physical instrument. I mean, look, man, Hey. I don't think I have anything else for physical instrument. Can I only kick it in? Like, I don't have... Just the shirt, really. What does that put my odds up to?
The same small, heavy
8%.
door.
8%.
No.
Yeah, fuck it. Might as well.
The same small, heavy door.
No
lock
fucking
in sight.
way. That work?
Something cracks inside. It is an unbelievably satisfying sound.
I'll take it.
Nice.
Thanks.
Filling you with a belief in your own body.
See, it's crazy. That 42% roll, buy a lottery ticket. Dude, that 42% roll with when I went on the walk with the gal and tried to say something took like 5 or 6 attempts. And then sometimes you have this, a fucking 8% roll that I got on the first try. Like,
sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least. Would it hurt to look in?
Let's see. Tiny hole in the wall? Oh, no fucking way.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I got a bad feeling about this. I think I can see into Cloche's bedroom from here.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here.
You don't know, man.
The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions.
What were these people doing in there? Finished thought. Footprints. What size boot are they?
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
He looks at you.
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
It was a stereo investigation after all.
Hey.
It has now converged with our main investigation, adding a new fact to consider.
Okay, what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seemed like a secret route, leading to the roof, from where you can shoot our victim. This is significant. This prints, officer, could be the prints of our killer.
Let's have a closer look then.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Soul could be bigger than vamp. The souls have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines.
This doesn't look like the worker boots from the Hainin, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Not the odd-sold print either, so not ruby.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
The pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted. Pinball maker's coat. Oh, little workshop. Empathy and hand-eye coordination. Oh shit. Alright. M. Knifelock's Blues. This dusty old coat used to belong to someone called M. Knifelocks. The name is stitched into the silk lining. It smells of moths and ancient engine grease, but fits you perfectly. A strange, lonely emotion fills you when you tighten the belt around your waist. Empathy and hand-eye. A detective. With the rhetoric shirt, I suppose? Rhetoric. Conceptualization. Sketches for a pinball machine, futurism themed. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Small windows taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. Oh shit. And just a pinball workshop. This pinball is white Diora. The back glass shows a female figure in mourning. A note, NB, the spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. Oh, hidden.
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball.
Oh?
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit.
It's lit.
You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Cam, are you seeing this? You see what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats, a classic.
But I thought you hated pinball. Wait, you've played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Closer look.
Ah, great.
Lieutenant sighs.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Lean closer to read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Windy. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
The playing field.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represents Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as balls.
Alright, let's give it a go.
It takes a while to get into
Gordy ball is lit.
Pretty soon, you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the goats.
Oh.
If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
What kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer.
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
That is not cool.
He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man.
Sounds like Clayton.
But you seem to be having fun.
Pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, And although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3.
Nice.
Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board.
What is this? Last of Us Left Behind?
The balls need to go.
Concentrated aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. The words "Pale Rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players.
Damn.
A stupid nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything.
Damn.
Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. Lucky goats. The fog looks soft and inviting. This can be navigated.
Oh.
The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. The amount of focus it takes to predict when a ball goat is in striking range is staggering, but it can be done. Focus.
Focusing.
You're down to your last goat. Going mostly
I'm
by
bad
sound.
at ball games.
Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5
Kim.
times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
It can be done, just watch.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
Kim. Stay on the ball, try.
How? You can't even see it. The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee. It killed itself to spite you. There goes nothing, finger boy.
Can you keep trying? Oh, we're gonna keep trying. Luck has run out. We'll fucking see about that. My reaction speed is already up to as max as I can get it. But my clothes, though. My clothes tell a different story. Interfacing. Reaction speed. Here we go, baby. What can I do here? Perception, pain threshold. Was that it? Always just one item. Reaction speed. No, something else is down. You'd think it'd be hand-eye coordination. Without pants, no less. We're gonna do this shit in my undies. Tell you what.
The machine is dead and silent.
No!
It needs serious maintenance before anyone can play again.
My last autosave is way too far back to justify this, isn't it? Wait, it is? Yes, it is. I should have saved after the door kick. God. Fucking Blade Runner. God damn it. I'll walk out of here with no pants on. Alright. Well, shit. Shit on my ass, I swear. Alright, well. That's it.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock.
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere.
Yeah, it said in the bush by the corner something or other.
This
Damn.
small elevator is dimly lit.
What? Oh, huh?
This smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the maintenance card under the control panel. This elevator must have been used to transport pinball machines to and from the upstairs workshop.
Well, it says last maintenance was in '88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
How do we get down? This elevator was last maintained in the future?
No, it was maintained in '88 of the previous century.
So it's not a message from the future.
No, I think the bureaucrats just forgot about this backroom elevator after the revolution.
So it's mostly pinball machines right in this elevator.
Seems so, although it's pretty quaint for a freight elevator.
Alright. Well, I see the key's in a bush.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machines at some point.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
But there are footprints, so somebody was here recently. Used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
Again, the E's, not arcade. Arcade.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the artists bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Rolling in Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
Same.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Could this mean... Oh no, could this mean the Whirling in Rags really is part of the doomed commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
True.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this. It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
No. You don't need to tell him that part. Whoops. Let me grab the key from outside, though, just so we have it. It is in the bush outside by the corner room? But all the rooms are on the second floor. Does he mean like in the potted plant outside of it or something? No, it's gotta be outside. Let me check outside. Maybe it was inside.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. No, these tracks are not.
Fuck it. Maybe it is a bush inside. It makes more sense if he said bush that's like by the corner room. It'd be cool if it gives you the option to explore. I guess you wouldn't have any reason to explore them prior to the knowledge. Wait, huh? Wait, I'm confused now. What did the note say? The spare key. It said where it was. Did I fucking miss something? Oh well. I have a way in still. We'll just talk to Guard. I'm sure the key's gone by now anyway.
Hey, was there something you need? Another thing. Great. I love those.
Gart, what if I told you I got back into the back room behind the blue steel door?
Oh, okay. Well, I do hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He's really holding himself back here. It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Aren't you gonna ask me what's back there?
Okay, what is back there?
Pinball machines, a pinball workshop.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Why? Do you want to play it? Because I might be up for a game.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
I feel like capitalist plot coming. I'm a disruptor, thinking of turning this place into a pinball arcade?
No, but we could diversify the entertainment options, seeing as you've opened the door back there. The machine we have in the corner now is broken. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here, other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now. Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the doomed commercial area.
Well, don't tell him.
He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
Nah, it's fine.
Yes?
Alright. The doomed hostel. The question yet to be totally answered is Whirling in Rags a part of the talk to guard about this, see what he thinks. I mean, it's an objective. I could chat with him. Let's do a quick save. Maybe chat him up about it.
Hey, there's another thing. Great. I love those.
I have to warn you.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
Wait, so you know of the curse?
Everyone knows of it.
The Whirling is listed on the intercom outside as one of the businesses in Building B. You should get your wiring fixed. I tried to call and couldn't reach you.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling.
The Whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade, which failed, though perhaps the Whirling will escape the curse. Honestly, though, yeah. Yeah, perhaps the Whirling will escape the curse.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tile work, these high ceilings, the nice rooms, well, most of the rooms. For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost...
He steadies his voice.
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him.
You really care about the Whirling, huh?
Yeah. It's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way. Especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way. Even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
You shouldn't be so worried about that label, you know?
I don't place much stock in the curse and so on, but the label frightens the clientele. Who wants to stay at a doomed hostel? Everything's doomed enough without that.
And then who named it Whirling in Rags?
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised.
What?
What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
A song?
Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateniers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
Who owns this place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
There is an acrimonious note. It's clear he's doing the real work around here.
What about those other cafeterias you manage?
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you. Encourage him.
And the others?
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way, but it's nothing like the Whirling.
Well, good luck to you with this place.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help.
Nice.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up?
Sure.
Yes?
Okay. We have a game plan. What experience do I have? 1 skill point. What am I going to need for the upcoming encounter? It's logic, which I'm woefully low on, but it is what it is. And I know pain threshold, that's fine. It shouldn't be a hard check to do. Savoir-faire. Stun with immense panache. Oh, shivers. Pain threshold. Physical instrument. Electrochemistry. Endurance. Perception. Half-light. Authority. Empathy. Volition. I don't know. Cop culture, charmin and woman, interfacing, savoir-faire, perception, motorics. Motorics, learn skill, bonus from thoughts, from items. Physique base, bonus from thoughts. Volition. Psych base, bonus from items. Oh, up +1. Have I been going about this all wrong, by the way? Signature skill, bonus from item, bonus from thoughts. Let's do volition. That could help. I haven't been looking at like individual boosts and all that. Does that mean that like bonus boost from items? Oh, maybe I could like drink something from the shop, or is that just booze or cigarettes or whatever? Should I be smoking? So many questions now. Let me go check. What are they selling? I haven't tried to use any items to give like temporary bonuses or anything. I've been trying to stay sober, and I assumed the only items were like shit that would fuck me up. What do they have here, though? Booze up there. What smoke's over there?
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear
bottles. No, it's just health. Oh, well, what's this? Pastries?
To the left of some croissants and juice bottles.
Yeah, it's either booze or pick-me-ups. And I already have plenty of morale and healing items. Okay. How much do I have for that thought to wrap up, by the way? Oh, set of tracks. Can I?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brick.
Nope. Alright. The thought has 2 hours left. So yeah, all red check fails. So I'll read some case notes, have 2 hours pass, and then we'll go do the Ruby encounter, which I'm gonna fast forward through because I know it's gonna take a couple tries to get the good roll combination that'll let her survive and me be able to continue through. And then I have no idea what the town square encounter holds, but I'm gonna get some more water first and like stretch my legs a little bit. So BRB, mon ami. and I might have happened to find some nuts on the way, so we got a little bit of snackage going on. In lieu of din-din in the meantime. I don't think I'll have time to start Atomic Heart tonight, but I think I want to start Atomic Heart tomorrow, because I think we're gonna beat this tonight, so we'll see how that goes. All right.
It's the ledger you found in it. It takes about half an hour to be murder. Tum. Joseph Mills didn't. No, okay. No, it's soot and water. Yeah, no one at Mills. See? You can't eat smoke. This one, the true love. People caught the Graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell left. The crew, the 9,000 people, a staggering. Did anyone ask you what you believe in? Some assholes in they were leaving it cigarette.
There we go.
No, you didn't have time for that. Not much has changed in the precarious world. How not to lose. It is impossible not to. The world is balanced on the edge of a knife. It's a game of frayed nerves. You're pushed on by numbers and punitive measures, pain, rejection, and unpaid bills. You can either play, or you can crawl under a boat and waste away, turn into salt, or a flock of seagulls. Your enemies would love that. Or you can fight. The only way to load the dice is to keep on fighting.
Praying for good bonuses. Critical success and failure thresholds lowered by 1. Critical success and failure thresholds. That's good, right? Maybe? Success and failure thresholds. I guess that means, I don't know. Hopefully that's better odds. The wording on that confuses me a little bit. I got bum brain right now. Oh, Kim. Oh, my Kim. Oh, my. All right. Let's do it. Don't know why I went down that way. So quiet. Not even playing any music right now. The game knows this. Like, oh, this guy's on the path to the end right now. We're not 100% completion, but I'm just gonna complete a main story before I go back and like do completionist shit. All right, so let's do one hard save out here. I wonder if options will be different since I have a gun now. Alright. So if I recall, it's unfortunate logic is as low as it is, but I need logic and then I need pain threshold's already going to be good, I believe, but whatever clothes I have for logic and pain threshold. Composure and shivers, sure. Pain threshold. Oh, I forgot I even had this. But I'd take it with my necklace, right? Yeah, that's fine. Pain threshold still. Half light, drama, always hot. What do I keep then? The jacket? Composure and shiver. You know, let's do this. The pain threshold and half-light. Composure, perception. I think. I need that shirt for like the little logic boost. Logic in the hat, as opposed to... No, that's 2 logic. Okay, keep that hat. Oh, logic, there we go. Better. That'll be good. That actually should help out a lot, I think. Hopefully. Okay. Oh, and my gun. I guess would it help to have the gun drawn? I assume it's loaded.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think I recognize it.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. This is your gun. It's more of a symbol than anything else, because there is always a rational, sensible, reasonable solution to every situation. Sheathe it and know you have the moral high ground.
It's true. Speaking as someone who although my state doesn't require it anymore, which is stupid. Speaking as someone who has a carry permit and owns multiple firearms and will on occasion carry, yeah, I never want to have to use the damn thing. Like, I never want to be in a situation where that's going to be like that's just how it is. It's good. I think it's good to have it, but like, if at all possible, you want to avoid that outcome. Anyway, let's give it a go. So now, just FYI, I am gonna speedrun the dialogue here only because I've already done this part, and it's a lot of dialogue. I know what's gonna happen, what she's gonna say.
Your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like
I know you can't say it's a pleasure.
The voice doesn't wish to hurt you. No, don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job.
I'm using...
The blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
Oh yeah, that's new. It's the ULA... Oh, this is new, hang on.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. Okay. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at.
Not this sequence, but I think the next sequence is close to the end.
You should probably check on Kim.
Right behind you, officer. A pale latitude. Signals are relayed. So, what we are precise at the upper limit.
She's been holed up in here for...
The pale? It's the end. I built it. That's it. Oh, yeah. Way beyond. Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it up. Yeah, let's not talk about that. If you've got some... God damn it. Fine.
The gun, well, just keep her talking, and you'll get through this.
I heard you in the passages, so you...
Her tone is bitter.
So nice. That I was.
It was dark in the shack.
No. Who ratted me out? Oh, but she couldn't have known I was on the coast.
Titus.
Even...
Well...
A duck.
How the fuck did the rest of you get by? I did.
That did make her forgive them.
Like what? I didn't like him. Plenty of broken people who don't come with that. Yeah, sure.
She didn't hate him, okay?
I'm listening. Man, yeah. Look, fuck you, man. I might also have stopped by the bar. Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
The secret way from the first floor to the world into the roof.
Don't know it.
That's new.
But also...
Evaluating your competence as a...
The shot couldn't have come from the roof.
She has a point there.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
Well, that was a misclick.
And?
That isn't it.
Sure don't.
The breach?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
Yeah. Evidence. So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too.
That really comes as a blow to her.
Okay, great.
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum.
There's a sinister note in her voice, even with the gun and the compressor.
Yeah?
More questions before doing anything.
All right, don't kill yourself. She sits down with a drink. Oh yeah.
This woman has seen people OD.
No, she asked.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
What? Yeah,
Classy and unique.
Yeah. As I keep telling you.
But...
War? Fuck it. I'm not responsible for... I saw...
So that strain?
Yes.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your fucking hell. And why it's especially bad. So
everyone in jail...
If she knows that about you...
Harry, you...
So she knows... All of this just means that you're... I don't know. Sounds pretty convincing to me.
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both. Yeah, sure. I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough. You've been to my...
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat.
Alright, well, we can do this easily enough. Destroy the machine. The question is, are my odds increased about preventing her suicide? It threw me off a little bit because there was some dialogue options that, since I explored more, were like open to interact or ask her about.
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again.
But we also know
it still hurts like hell.
She isn't the murderer.
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a series of rolls for this.
You should know
No. And now we start the pattern again. 28% is not terrible, but it's gonna take a few... This is
your entire body
gonna be a little laborious.
Like
I know you can't say it.
The voice doesn't wish to know, but don't focus on the pain.
I'm used...
The blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
That boy's really got a...
You should probably check on.
Right. A pale lighted signals are really so precise at the upper...
She's been holed up in here.
The pale? It's the end of... I built it... That's a... Oh yeah. Way beyond. Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it. Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. If you've got... Goddamn fine.
The gun, she's well. Just keep her talking.
I heard you in the passages. So, you found my...
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been...
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find to my back.
That's a new response. You don't need that.
Not anymore, no.
It was dark in the shack. The waves outside had calmed down. She looked at the
same outcome, though.
No. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? Oh. But she couldn't have known I would...
Titus.
Even now.
Well,
$8.
How the fuck did the rest of you get by? I did.
That did make her forgive them.
Like what? I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Yeah.
She didn't hate him.
I'm listening. Man, I was with the yeah. Can't do either without some power of mind over bladder. And anyway, that wouldn't have been enough time. Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain. Don't know it.
Invaluable.
The shot could...
She has a...
That didn't go super well. You've got to lace...
And?
That isn't it.
Sure no.
This is such a wipeout.
Yeah. Evidence. Yeah?
More cheap.
All right. She sits down with a drink. Oh, yeah.
This woman...
No, she asked...
You made it look like he'd been hacked.
What?
She...
Yeah, she...
Classy and unique.
Yeah. As I keep...
But...
War? Fuck it. I'm not.
So that's
Yes.
through fucking hell. And it's especially bad suddenly.
Everyone in.
If she knows that,
Harry.
so she all of it, I don't know. Sounds pretty convincing to me.
Is that a joke or a threat? Yeah, sure. I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will yeah. Other questions.
It's just laborious getting to this point. I got lucky on a roll before, that was the thing. 28% is not great odds, but it's not impossible odds, so this could take 5 minutes and it could take more.
You did it. The compressor. She looked.
Oh, fuck it.
It's just a rough roll.
You should know.
I hate this shit. God damn it. I'm as specced out in a logic as I possibly can be right now.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. It's like.
I know you're feeling
apologies
pretty
in
intense.
advance.
The voice doesn't. No, buddy. Don't focus on the pain.
I'm using.
The X blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned. You should probably check on.
Right. A pale signal. So precisely. At the up.
She's been holed up in here for.
The pale? It's the. I built. That's. Oh, yeah. Way beyond. Yeah. I stuck my head in there before using it up. You're big boys. You can.
Turn this.
God damn it. Fine.
The gun she's carrying is a 2-barreled front loader, not like the murder weapon. Well, it doesn't feel much better. Just keep her talking.
Okay, so I don't have to ask all the questions then.
I heard you in the passage. So you.
Her tone.
So nice. I was.
It was dark in the shack. The waves out.
No. Who ratted me out, by the way? Oh, but she couldn't have known.
Tighter. Even now.
Well.
A dumb.
How the fuck did the rest of you get? I did.
That did make her forgive them.
Like what? I already told you I didn't. Man, I was with the boys the. Yeah, and I'm. Can't do either without some power of. Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain. Don't know it.
Evaluating.
The shot couldn't have.
She has a.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
Yeah?
More questions before doing anything.
How should I?
Those rings around her eyes.
Police radio?
Who hasn't? He was still warm.
She eyed.
All right. She sits down with a drink, trying to. Oh yeah.
This woman seemed.
No, She asked.
You made it look like it'd been hacked.
What?
She.
Yeah. She.
Classy.
Yeah. As I keep.
But.
War? Fuck it. I'm.
So this is that straight.
Yes.
Through fucking hell. It's especially bad suddenly.
Everyone in.
If she knows that.
Harry, you.
So she knows all of this. I don't know. Sounds pretty convincing.
Is that a joke or a? Yeah. I'm sure La. Yeah. Other questions.
Gonna be in a mental rut till we get past this.
You did it. The she.
Oh, fuck it.
You should know.
Come on.
Suddenly, your entire body is. It's like.
I know. Can't say it.
Doesn't know, but don't focus on the pain.
I'm using.
It blasted from that. You should probably check up.
Right. A pale signals. So precise at the up.
She's been holed up in here.
The pale? It's the end. I built it. That's it. Oh yeah. Way beyond. Yeah. The pale? It's the end of the world. Yeah. Let's not talk about that. If you've got. God. Fine.
The gun she's. Well, just keep her talking.
I heard you in the passages. So you. So nice. I was.
It was dark in the shack.
No. Who ratted me out? Oh. But she couldn't have known.
Tighter.
Even then.
Well.
A dumb.
How the fuck did the rest of you? I did.
That did make it.
Like what? I already. Man, I was with the boys the whole night. Yeah. Can't do either without some. Wow. Now I'm curious. No. Why?
That's a stupid question to ask.
Yeah, and probably some ghosts from the time of the suzerain. I'm not really interested in supernatural mysteries. Don't know it.
Evaluating your
The shot could.
She has.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
Yeah?
More questions.
I saw.
So that's
Yes.
through the southern shop. Hey, fucking, it's especially bad.
Everyone in.
If she knows that.
Harry, do.
So all of this, I don't know.
Is that a joke or a threat? Yeah, I'm sure love would. Yeah. Other questions.
It's also funny because it's glitched. That thing's supposed to be like laying.
It's quiet in it. She looks.
Oh, fuck it.
She's truly desperate. She thinks she has no other options. You need to give her options. You know.
Please, just walk away.
She stares at you, frozen, the gun still in her mouth, eyes filled with dark intensity. Then something shifts in her. Gratitude, doubt. She's still ready to go. Her neck and shoulders relax, and her grip on the gun loosens.
You don't have to do this. You're not cornered. I'm letting you go.
Day of miracles. I'll take it.
She runs past you, then past the lieutenant, and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
Good call.
Lieutenant is still unsteady on his feet. Thanks.
I would have done the same, had I not been incapacitated.
I think she didn't do it.
Her tent. We should check it out.
He points to the back of the cavern. Cool. Let's get a quick save there. Although things have already been set into motion, so there's that. We already know what lies in the journal, too.
The tent, it reeks of cigarettes. Assorted.
See
Rhaegar month. You pocket the worn brown leather journal. A trusted friend.
We should read this.
Ruby's journal.
A thick journal. It's made. This was important to her. When it was still her. The journal falls open. The lard perhaps too confidently. It's a mix.
It's good she left in her.
Hard to.
There could be useful in.
Esoteric radio. Short staff issues. The first entry is from nothing. She is referring to be that small one. Great. Then again, the call you didn't follow through. The thoughts being holed up. Did the entry ends abruptly. The most, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder. On top of that, forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road.
I just don't think she killed a mercenary. It's mostly a gut feeling, though, since we let her walk out without hearing her side of the story.
Nothing else we could have done.
That would be a first, or a fourth. But who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed.
If she didn't do it, then maybe it's good we didn't catch her.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her.
He frowns.
Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than we does. Especially if she has problems with the Madre.
Kim, am I really a La Puta Madre agent?
No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure.
His trust is well placed. You aren't. You can feel it.
Good. Glad I upgraded Volition for that. Then who do you think killed the merc?
Could have been Titus. Then again...
No one heard the shot.
Maybe there's a Hardy boy we've yet to meet, who acted as his accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on him. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
Alright. And now we get to the here goes nothing stage of all this. I'm also going to wear the armor in case I do get shot. I was an idiot for not putting on the armor before, but I was trying to, like, conversate my way through the situation as well. God. Yeah, my allergies. Okay. So now we're back to what might possibly be, and I have a skill point at that. Ooh, savoir faire. Why should I worry? Why should I care? Suggestion, endurance, physical instrument. Empathy, understand others. Authority. Bonus from items, interfacing. Let's do that. Are you la puta madre's peon? Return to the whirling in rags. Alright. And we're just waving our gun around. Although we're gonna need the gun for the upcoming situation. Just go up and shoot Kuno. Should make a save. Oh, I'm definitely gonna make a save. Not just a quick save, a hard save. Like, believe me, I'm about to. Alright, first of all, clothing. I know logic is still required for some of this, but I also know, like, I want to probably put on... See, I'm gonna lose the polo, though. That's the problem. I think the armor would be a wise choice. Pain Threshold, Volition, the Fairweather Cuirass, and I already have the gloves on. Didn't get the pants, or the boots, rather. But still, I have that on. That's good. Keep the glasses on for logic. I need all the boost I can get. Pain Threshold. Now let's go back to the necklace. Inland Empire and Volition. The gloves, yes. Interfacing. Composure will probably be better than Perception, I think. Savoir-faire, but Composure. Pants, Electrochemistry, as opposed to what else would I have? I need reaction speed. No, reaction speed's part of it, that's right. Empathy, hand-eye coordination. Ooh, that's the question. What do I have on right now? Logic. +4 logic boost, but even then my logic's already pretty low. I might go for empathy and hand-eye, because the logic rolls is a pretty tough one to get. But I do have the shirt. Huh. Well, no, I have the hat already. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that for empathy and hand-eye. That's a good shootout outfit. As opposed to what my police coat, which gives me a spirit of core and visual calculus. Disco pants give me savoir electrochemistry. Wish I had better pants. That's the thing. Glasses are for logic, but less authority. Is what it is. Nobody's gonna respect my authority here anyway. Alright, let's do that. Hard save and a quick save once we get closer.
Stop. Just up ahead. You are prepared. Don't put away your friend. Your weapon. The barrels of your Villier's 9mm pistol shine threateningly in the cold spring lights.
Kim, there's danger up ahead.
Yes. I hear commotion. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Good. Be ready to take damage.
Either way we're gonna get shot, so be it. Oh shit. Quick save. Here we go. Means they're coming to a head in the streets.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right?
Shut up. You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm. There's something very wrong with him.
He's dangerous. Shh. Lieutenant raises his left hand.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander.
I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street? This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it. Peaceful.
It sounds like the armored figure is weeping.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's the third one. How did we miss something like this?
Lieutenant points to the helmeted figure.
This third one, he is the most dangerous of them all. Heavily armed.
And my theory is that, like, it's crazy, but my theory is that it's him. Because, like, he has a rifle that fits the description. He's long range. The shot didn't come from the balcony. It came from somewhere nearby. Who else has access to that kind of fucking firepower?
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
We're out of time. What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
The big one is the mercenary at the gates.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
He nods.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
We're out of time. This is...
The mercenary tribunal.
Lieutenant nods. All right, here we go.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers backward.
I think he's calmed down a bit. No, he didn't. He's about to open fire.
So which one is it? Who's right?
He is. I was wrong.
Big fuck!
The voice from beneath the helmet interrupts your thoughts. You only make out the last word. Easy now. No one needs to die here today.
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm feels comforting and warm in your hand. Feels like it's saying, do it. Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before he shoots you. Even if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to drag it out first. Get under his skin. I don't know about this getting under his skin. What if he gets under yours? I'm barely keeping your hand from trembling here. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that.
Who is that? Didn't know you had a third guy. Think of an argument. Talk about the hanged man. Shoot court. All right. Who is that? I didn't know you had a third guy.
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer. Owen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
Yeah, I think he's the one that fucking did it. Or at least his gun did.
All of you cunts inside out.
The killer?
The gunner. The raddest. The killer.
He points to the figure clad entirely in ceramic plate.
What do you think he does?
Attends to the stables. He kills.
Smart loincloth. He fucks natives up. Soldier of the apocalypse style.
Easy. Easy now.
Listen, they didn't do it.
Yeah? Who did?
It was someone else, someone who's not here now.
How fucking convenient.
He gives you a drunken stare, and puts his hand on the gun.
His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about to draw.
I do think it was... I do think it was one of you. They are here. It was one of you.
One of us? You're saying we? What if I just shot one of your pals here right now? Huh? How about the killed? Go ahead. Tell me we fucking killed our own colonel one more time.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who...
He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her.
Think. Why doesn't he believe me? 72%.
The Hardy Boys
Good.
confessed to hanging him. All together. Titus said we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud. In a public place.
Listen, he was shot. He wasn't hanged. Listen to me.
You're lying. DePaul heard it.
He doesn't move the weapon.
A Kiel Model 40 revolver. 8 rounds in the barrel. The gun slowly sways in his hand from the inebriation.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
When they confessed, they were lying.
Fucking liars.
He pulls the trigger. A plume of smoke erupts from the muzzle of his gun.
The shot rings in your ears. A low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
I missed.
The man looks at his revolver and smiles.
Not true. He purposefully overaimed and shot the window. You had him second-guessing himself, only for a second. Do not assume he will miss the next time.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
That's bad. You need to stop arguing now. This won't be won by talking about the case. They don't care.
Think of an argument. Talk about the suggestion. Formidable. Talk about the hanged man. 72%.
Of course.
What?
Nothing bad will happen. Talk about his dead friend. He seems stable enough to take it.
Doesn't seem stable at all. What? I got to know your dead friend.
Don't fucking talk to me about my brother, Loincloth.
He squeezes the words out from between clamped lips, his hand on the pistol.
Okay, yes. Immediate failure. Things are worse now. He's observing your every motion carefully.
The Wild Pines Rip does not approve of this.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
He laughs. It's a hollow laughter. Wild Pines is not going to forgive you massacring a bunch of innocent people.
The man stares at you with bloodshot eyes, a bull ready to charge. He's not listening, but looking for an opening. Now is not a good time to strike. He's looking right at your hands. Do something else. Get him distracted.
Working together. She knows you're out of control. She told me.
She's gone, you stupid fuck. Sailed off 5 minutes ago. She doesn't give a shit about you, Silos.
Stay cool! Don't do anything stupid!
Titus shouts to his men in the background.
The company bitch is gone. Layla's gone. Fuck are we still doing in this shithole?
He looks around, tired suddenly. Sad even.
Guys, I just get in the way. I don't even have a gun.
Hold your ground. Any more of you run, I'll shoot you myself. We're doing this together.
They're afraid. All of them. Trembling reeds in the wind. They'll run, scatter soon. One by one. No, the rest will stay. They will hold their ground, even if it means dying here with you.
Where's Claudia? She can explain this.
Who the fuck is that?
Glacier, the woman upstairs. Where is she?
She left.
The manager calls down from the balcony.
Unarmed, hunched, but keeping it together.
What the hell are you doing here?
What am I doing? My fucking establishment is under fire! You know how much windows cost?
What do you mean she left?
She left! Her room's cleaned out! Right before these assholes showed up!
We should have arrested her.
Lieutenant whispers, his eyes still on the armed mercenaries.
You can feel how upset he is with himself. Just for a second. Then the fear takes over and he's back in the moment.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one!
She's gone. Forget about it now. Concentrate on this.
Think of an argument. Know about Downwell. Hand-eye coordination. Shoot court. What happens if I try to shoot Court 72%? Let's give it a go. Oh!
A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion.
Look through the smoke rising from the barrel. Or look through the barrel.
The smoke drifts west with the wind. You hear the plaza erupt in violence, slow, like a waterfall in reverse.
Look at Court.
There is a hole in his cheek.
Holy shit.
Blood gushes out as he stumbles backward, eyes filled with rage and disbelief, gurgling, muttering something unintelligible. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly.
Try to dodge the bullet.
A low shot rings.
Nope.
You feel a tapping like rain on your chest plate. Heavy drops of rain. Then the sound of dice rolling as the cuirass distributes the shot evenly from plate to plate.
Because I put the armor on.
You got hit. The armor took most of it, but still your ribcage burns. Feels like blood is slowly seeping into your lungs.
God, please.
The lieutenant says quietly, without trembling. He aims, pale face.
2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you.
Kim, did he hit the rifleman?
Blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets as Rude staggers back, disoriented. The sounds coming from his helmet are not human. An unbelievable shot from the lieutenant.
Who screamed?
Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out. You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol at you. Then he squeezes the trigger.
Evade the shot. Try. 3% didn't think so. Ooh. But I had the armor on at least.
There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it.
Listen through the darkness and pain. Try to open your eyes. What do I see?
Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
A silhouette appears, crouching over you. You hear a familiar voice filled with urgency and fear. No one wants to do anything. No one wants to party with me. There's a white shadow that smells like apricots. It's always there.
Stay with me.
You feel burning hot tears streaming from your eyes. It said I have a vast soul. Do I have a vast soul?
Yes, keep talking. You
Lieutenant,
hear me? Stay awake.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone. When suddenly, you sense something behind him. A slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
97%. Lieutenant trusts you. Kim truly trusts you.
No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand trembles, and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unloaded. He grabs the gun from your bloody hand and fires behind him. You hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman is gone. So is Kim. Then the whole world.
Woo! Jesus, fall into total darkness.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
No, let me get back into the fight.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours, hurting, moaning in his sleep, and rotting, and being disinfected, and smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth, drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his won't sleep.
Sorry, I gotta plug something in real quick or my camera's gonna go poo-poo. I don't want the camera to go poo-poo caca, you know.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved.
You're goddamn right, not before this case is solved.
There is a radio in the distance. A radio of the world. Playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call. It was him. He is the infernal engine. He never stops. He only gets wild.